Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exciting episode. This is the second of the 2024 series of the Coffee and Cookie Show. I'm James.
And this is Terry. And before we start, 3 things you need to do. Smash that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment.
If we allow comments to be on, I'm undecided on that.
I didn't know there's an option.
Yeah, you can turn comments off, because if you get a lot of trolls, you just think people are going to say mostly negative things.
Oh, okay. No negative things.
You guys are dumb. All right, man, my feelings are hurt so bad, I'm never going to do this again.
So in this episode, we are going to talk about some of our favorite travel destinations. There are about 6 places that James and I, actually, we kind of traveled there together. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. And in addition, we'll talk a little bit about the places that we have not been to, but would like to visit.
Yep, 24 countries for me.
Is it 24 countries? I never actually counted the countries, but
I count the countries.
It's probably close to that, actually. What are your favorite continents?
Continents? Europe, is that a continent?
I think. Well, it's a continent, yeah.
Yeah,
a
Europe.
region.
Yeah, Europe and Europe.
Europe, North America.
That would be mostly the U.S.
Okay, and Mexico. So we're going to talk about some of the places that we've been to and what we liked and maybe dislike about it. But the fact that we bring it up, chances are we like it. So we're going to talk about our experiences, what we like, where you should visit when you do go there. And the first country that we want to talk about is Italy, James. So James and I went to Italy along with my family, I think back in 2018. And we were there for a period of time. We spent some time. We were there for 2 weeks. I don't know how long James was there for, but I was there for 2 weeks. And I started in Rome. I went down to Sorrento and places like that. And James, what are your thoughts about Italy?
Yes, that was my second time to Italy and my second time to Roma. They call it Roma. I don't know if they actually roll the R's, but
how was your first time going there? I mean, contrast first trip, second trip.
My first trip was in 2000. With a friend of mine. She was someone I was dating at the time, and it was a complicated trip. That was Rome. And Venice, actually.
You block everything else after that.
Right? Two main cities, Rome and Venice. I liked Rome a lot, and I liked Venice a lot, so it was cool. The second time, that was the summer. It was extremely hot, very hot summer, yeah. But I would say, it was. Sorrento is an awesome city because Sorrento is a home base for if you want to go to Pompeii, if you want to go to Capri, you want to go to the Amalfi Coast, you can go to all those places right from Sorrento.
And Capri, that's a really popular, really fun destination. I've been to Rome. I've been to Italy twice. The first time I went, I think, was in 19. Well, I won't date myself. It was a long time ago. And this was my second trip. It was between when my oldest daughter graduated from high school and started her college, and so we spent 2 weeks there. And I spent some time in Rome. I would say Rome is a place that you go because you have to go. It's not a place that I want to go back. Sorrento was really awesome. It was a home base and a lot of cool places to visit. And the place that I recommend is, Pompeii, fantastic, recommended. Capri, and the Amalfi Coast, that's really awesome. Great food, and I just really enjoyed the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, I actually don't mind the challenges of Rome. I think are worth it. I mean, yeah, tourists, it's crazy. Same thing with Venice, but if you know what to expect and you just don't mind it, then yeah, you get to see just the history, the Colosseum, the old Forum, the Pantheon, all that stuff makes it worth it. So you just have to know what to expect.
Yeah. So recommend Italy. Second place that we visited is Mexico City, and this is a place that in Mexico City. It's really kind of a surprise, a pleasant surprise, no less. Someone suggested going to Mexico City. I wanted to go to a place that's relatively close, and it's about a 5-hour flight from Seattle. And I was pleasantly surprised, James. What do you think about Mexico City?
Mexico, I would say the only shocker you're gonna learn is that if you don't speak any Spanish, it's going to be tougher than touristy areas because there are a lot of people there, even young people, who don't speak English at all. So if you go there, you can survive. You'll be fine. It's not like, but even passport. The moment you get into the passport controls and customs, like people are going to say, assume you speak Spanish because you're there, and if
Sí.
you don't, yeah, see, no, see. So that is the more Spanish you know, the better it'll help you. If you go to a churro place and just say, they'll ask you questions, and you say ocho, and all of a sudden you're going to get some chocolate that you can't drink. 'Cause it's like, this is like literally.
Do you dip? Do you drink?
Yeah.
You can't tell what it is.
Great place though. I would say, yeah, it's a mix of range. You can get the street tacos for like, the equivalent of $1 a taco, or you can go to fancy places and pay like, $80 for a glass of wine or something. So it just, it depends. There's a range there.
At Mexico City, it's very different than what a stereotype of a Mexico destination, right? Being in the middle of the continent, there are no beaches, number one, no ocean. So it's a very metropolitan. It's got a beautiful museum, great restaurant scene, very walkable. And the first time we went, the peso was very favorable. So as an American going to Mexico City, it was pretty inexpensive. Everything was about maybe 2/3 of what you would get in the U.S. So then the second time I went again earlier in the year, and the exchange rate was less favorable. So you want to keep an eye out for the exchange rate, but highly recommend it. The second, another Mexico town actually, Puerto Vallarta. We spent about a week, James and I and a few other, my family and my extended family. We spent New Year's Eve there, and we rented a really nice place overlooking the ocean. It was beautiful, but we were kind of tucked away, so we weren't a tourist trap. What do you think of Puerto Vallarta?
Yeah, another place that's fun. You definitely don't have to know English there. That works well if you can get like 8 to 10 people and gang up on an Airbnb. Then your cost will be a lot lower. So that was the plan, and you can get amazing stuff there. It's a lot of fun. And when I go back, well, maybe. I mean, I don't have to. It was like a one-time thing. Was fine with me.
Yeah, I think it was a one-time thing for me as well. Fourth place, we didn't go together at the same time, but fourth place is London. I've been there a couple of times. I personally was there with my wife for our 20th anniversary back in 2018 or something like that. So maybe it was 17, I don't remember. We spent a week there. Fabulous city, fantastic city. I love London. You go there a lot, James. What were your favorite spots?
Yeah, London. I don't know if I just like to go to the city. I'll go to places I've been, and I try to go to new places too. My first time was 2000 on a layover going to Italy, of all places. And then 2002, being a student over there, so living there for like a semester. And then maybe in 8 and 9, and then, yeah, 8 times. And I wouldn't mind going back
8
right
times?
now. Eight times.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Yeah. So, yeah, London has got a lot to do, but a lot of it, I mean, for me, it's like the parks are free, theaters definitely not free. You just walk along the Thames. Yeah, London's perfect. It's just the weather. You don't know what you're going to get. You can't expect great weather.
Yeah, I love London. I definitely will go back. The next place is not a city, but a country, and it's Southeast Asia, Thailand. James and I were there together. Gosh, like 2011 or something like that. We were there for about a day. And then I was just there recently for a month for a solo backpacking trip. What do you think of Thailand, James? What were your favorite spots?
I like the cheap food. Pattaya. Pattaya's got some entertainment. I'll just leave it at that. And that's the only reason you'd go there, I guess, is for the entertainment. Just a lot of dancers. I appreciate good dancing.
A lot of indigenous dancing.
Yeah, a lot of dancing. But Bangkok, yeah, the food. I would say the food is good. The main thing to take away if you're going to go there is learn to use the metro. Don't get a taxi and go through town. The metro, they got the reason the trains go fast is they don't go in traffic. So you go above all that traffic. So that's
Did you take metro when you were there?
Yeah, to the airport the last day. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did we take it there together?
Yeah. The
we
last
did.
day,
Okay.
just going to the airport.
So I was there just this past July, about 4 months ago, for a whole month, and I did a solo backpacking trip. I joined a tour. So in addition to Pattaya and Bangkok, I didn't spend much time in Bangkok at all, just mostly fly in and out. Went down south to the beach areas, and then I also went up north to Chiang Mai and a little small town called Pai. I would say if you're into partying, if you want to be near the water, you want to go down south. That's where you go. But if you want like a very chill vibe, like a hippie vibe, and cheaper, I would recommend the northern part of Thailand. I personally enjoy the northern part of Thailand if and when I do go back, and I do plan on going back. I would spend more time in northern Thailand. Beautiful scenery, just very relaxing, great food, inexpensive, a lot of entertainment. Not like Pattaya, but more like going to a bar, drink beer, and and listen to live music. So that's Thailand. Sixth city, staying in the Southeast Asian theme. It's a country of Taiwan. I was there. My wife. Well, I grew up there. I was born there. Number one, and my family and I spent 2 years living in Taiwan between 2009 and 2011. And James visited a couple of times. What do you think of Taiwan, James?
Yeah, Taiwan, it's fun. Taipei 101. Good food, good people, nice people. Everyone's very friendly, very safe. You can walk around at any hour. Food, I think most people that have been there would say the food is a lot of fun eating, very cheap, a lot of street food, night markets, massage, really fun massage and cheap. Although if they walk on your back, be careful because you could end up like in a lot of pain.
Taiwan has changed a lot since 2011. Certainly changed a lot since when I grew up back a long time ago. It's changed a lot. I was there last year for work, and it's becoming a very more tourist destination. People didn't know much about it. People are starting to know more about it. And if you have seen the movie, Japanese animated movie Spirited Away, it's inspired by a small town in Taiwan called Jiufen. So if you visit Taiwan, that's a place I highly recommend. So those are the 6 cities, countries that we visited that we highly recommend in the past. I mean, obviously we visit more places, but other places are not as interesting. But these are the 6 places that we would recommend. And we want to spend some time talking about places that we have not been to, but would like to visit. And we picked this list based on culture, food, things to do, and just natural beauty. So let's start with the list, and we came up with 3. And based on natural beauty alone, the first place that I think James, I speak for James and I, we really want to visit because I just hear beautiful things about it. It's a place called Davao, Livermore. That's a joke. It's a long joke, and if we hit 100 subscribers, I'll tell that joke. But not Davao, Livermore. But the first place that we would like to visit, it's Australia. James, why do you want to visit Australia?
Beautiful women on the beach, I think, is probably the main thing. I always just see movies, and that sells me. But no, actually, it's kind of tempered because I read about sharks and jellyfish and all that stuff. I'd be scared to go in the water there, but I guess if thousands of other people are, then I would. But the beaches, I would think Sydney, the beaches, that's where I would be more comfortable. And I'd go inland, koalas, all that kind of stuff, going to, what do they call it, outback or what's the word?
We could go for a stroll or whatever it's called.
What do they call it?
The Great Outback. Australia, best thing about Australia.
Walkabout. They call it
walkabout. There you go, walkabout. The best thing about Australia, number one, that speaks English, right? So that's very attractive. I had a chance to go to Australia when we were living in Taiwan. My family and I did. We bought the tickets, booked the hotel. But I took a different job, so we had to come back, and we just forfeit the flight from Taiwan to Australia. Never been there, wanted to go there, and maybe someday I will. So that is the first destination that we would like to visit that we have not visited. The second place is Colombia. Colombia, why Colombia, right? Isn't it full of cartels and violence and this and that? I think that was true back in the 80s, maybe even early 90s, during the Pablo Escobar era. But everything I hear about Colombia is that it's a great place to visit. It's super cheap. It's about as cheap as Thailand. And I hear the 3 popular destinations are Medellin, home of Pablo Escobar. The capital, which is, what's the capital?
Bogota?
Bogota. And it's Cartagena. And there's also another beach town that someone highlighted to me. Seems like it's rich with culture. very affordable, and that should be a lot of fun. James, is that on your list?
No, I'm not really the same way. It's not even the crime now. It's just, we got some beautiful churches, but if you've seen one awesome Catholic church, to be honest, you've seen them all. There's just not a lot of change. For a reason, they kind of built, there's a lot of similarities. But yeah, the food, I'm sure it's great, but the food in Mexico is great too. So yeah, it's not high on my list. I would go if maybe, but
Nothing else, nowhere else to go.
Nowhere else to go.
And number 3 on our list that I'm surprised I haven't been to at all. It seems like a great destination. It's Spain. I've never been to Spain. And what I hear about it, it's got great food, very relaxing, and it's very affordable. The food scene is great, wine scene is great. The major cities, the capitals are fantastic. It's a place I've never been to before, but I really would like to go. James?
Yeah, I never hear of anyone disliking a trip to Spain. And if you study Spanish, like I do every day, Duolingo, you get a chance to use it. And I would love to. But I think I would like to run with the bulls. And I know people say, oh, you're going to get killed. There's only been like 8 fatalities in like 30 years.
How many injuries?
Well, I mean, there's about a lot of injuries. But the thing is, most of the people that were injured or killed were drunk or hungover and couldn't run or messed with the bulls. I don't have to do that. I can be like a mile away and just run for 10 seconds and hop over a wall. That's all I want to do. I just want to say I ran with the bulls.
No, you can just do it. Use AI to tell people.
No,
you ran with the
I'm
bull.
running with the bulls.
I would love to go to Spain. I don't know if running with the bull is high on my list.
Hey, there's a
but,
tomato festival that everyone throws tomatoes at each other.
I'll cheer James on when he gets
Gored.
gored by a bull.
I know the word.
So those are the 3 destinations that we have not been to, but would like to go. And there are many more places that we would like to visit. The world's a small place, and there are many, many places to visit. And I love traveling, as does James. One of the things I really look forward to in traveling is the cost of the destination. My wife and her sister are currently in Iceland right now, and I'm looking at the credit card bill every single day. It is not a cheap place to be. So I'm thinking, I don't know if I can enjoy myself when I'm paying. $7 for a cup of coffee. I'd be drinking that coffee and be cursing the whole time. So that would not be for me. I'm sure it's a beautiful place. It's just not high on my list right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting. I haven't been out of the U.S. in like almost a year, so I got to get to probably London. Probably London. Very soon.
Don't you get tired of going to London?
You can. If you're tired of London, you're tired of life.
Another places that I've been to before, but my family have not. It's Japan. Right now I don't know what the exchange rate is, but at one point yen to US dollar was very favorable for Americans. But I think it's a little bit more expensive now. But due to deflation and flat economy. What was 300 yen 20 years ago is still 300 yen today, right? So now that things have got more expensive in the U.S., everything in Japan seems cheap. So that's what I hear. It's a cheap place, beautiful culture, beautiful building, great food, lots to see, lots to do, lots to eat. I would like to go there. I've been there, but I would like to take my family there. James, do you have any desire to go to Japan at all?
Yeah, I would go, but it's expensive. Yeah, eventually. I mean, it would be like Tokyo and Kyoto and Osaka. Those are the cities. I like a name.
Anyway, so those are the travel destinations that we visited and places that we'd like to go. And if you have any ideas, write down in the comments. We'd love to hear your feedback. What are your thoughts about the cities, countries? And are there other places that you would recommend?
Peace out. Coffee and cookies.